All right, so now that all of the overview stuff is out of the way, the laws, the contracts, and so on, we're actually going to go through a process as if we were actually looking for a job, bidding a job, and working on the job. And that's going to carry us out through the rest of the semester. So the first step is for us to find work. So how do you find work? Well, there's a couple sources. One's private, one's public. And under private, it's based on relationships. It's who you know. You're going to hear about different jobs directly from people that you know, and you're going to hear it through word of mouth, through others. So the best source of private jobs is through networking. You could also look at lead gen subscriptions. Lead generation. There are subscriptions out there, and we're going to look at some of those later, that you can subscribe to, and it's going to list all the jobs that are available. Now, we used to have a saying in the industry that if you read about a job on a lead gen subscription, somebody already got it, which means somebody developed that job before it even got advertised. But there's still lots of jobs that we had out there, and lead gen subscriptions are a great way to do it. And then finally, a sales team. If you're going to get private jobs, you've got to have a sales team to go out there and sell that work. And this good sales team is going to use the system that we talked about earlier, and that's through direct relationships and word of mouth. Now, on the public side of the business, you're going to see these jobs advertised on websites, for their own websites, for instance. So almost every county, every city, every university that's public advertises their jobs on their own website. You can go to Clemson's website today and see the jobs that they're working on. For federal jobs, all federal jobs are advertised on a website called FedBizOps. So, and you can also use lead gen subscriptions for public jobs. Point is, you got to get a job in order to work on a job. And you got to get it through a number of different ways. One of the first steps in a job is an invitation is sent out, or an advertisement, depending on if it's private or public, or if it's a limited number of contractors that are going to be able to participate, or full and open. But an advertisement goes out, or an invitation goes out, is published both online and websites sometimes, and newspapers, and it gives all the basic project information that you're going to need to know to maybe pursue that project. Then you got to evaluate the project. Now, you may just read the description on the invitation, and that may be enough. You may decide it's too big, it's too small. But let's say it looks like it might be in your sweet spot. Well, now what you want to do is you want to download the information. You want to get the project manual. So you can go on the website most of the time and actually download all this information, and you'll have it electronically. You read that invitation, and you determine, is this project a good fit for my company where I am today? Are my crews going to be available to do the project? Is the complexity of the project, in the ballpark of the complexity that I can handle? Maybe I can push myself a little bit. Is it the size I can handle? And what about timing? Maybe you will be available to do a project in 8 months when this one might be finally awarded, so the timing could work out well. But if the timing works out that this project's going to be awarded in 3 months and you still won't be coming off of another job and you cannot handle it in 3 months, then you may have to bypass it. But you got to evaluate whether this project is right for you. And once you decide that it is, and we're going to decide it is in this class, then you need to follow the instructions to bidders.